Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing, for watching, and if this video adds any value to your life, please press the like button and please subscribe to my channel. I'm not doing personal readings at this moment, but as soon as I do, you'll be the first ones to know. I do have disclaimers. I do swear. I do not belong to any religious organizations or affiliate myself with any religious organizations, but I'm very spiritual. So no talk about religious dogmas or anything like that. I don't talk about country politics, and you have to have an open mind to watch this channel. Use your intuition, don't give your power away to any reader. Energy can go vice versa. Disregard the gender of the cards, as people have both female and male energies. If this does not resonate with you, this reading, please check the other readings from your zodiac signs in your natal chart. If you do not know your natal chart, please go online, type free natal chart calculator, and you will have plenty of websites that will do that for you for free. Also check out your Vedic natal chart too, as those signs may resonate with you as well. So we begin with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So I don't have a song for you guys today, but I do have a poem. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere, ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. By Robert Frost. Okay, so this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. So this is supposed to be a Celtic spread, but as you know, the Celtic spread turns into something else, a whole table, okay? And right now I'm using the Urban deck, the Wheel of the Year Tarot, and I'm going to clarify with Manada. So these are the tarot decks that I'm using right now. On the table I see the signs of Pisces, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, and then every other sign is present, so it could be any sign. And don't focus too much on the zodiac signs as well. Focus on the behaviors and the events, because we can take on that energy. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily that sign, but we can take on that energy, okay? So here we go. So the first card that represents you is the moon, and I clarified the moon and I got the Eight of Swords. So right here, the moon is telling me that you're making voluntary changes. Like there's problems that are unseen here, but you see them. You see them here. Your intuition screaming at you right now. Like something is just like, this feeling in your gut is telling you that something's not right, that you're foreseeing problems that may not be there because everything looks like roses here. Okay, but there's something not quite. There's like, you may be feeling emotional here. You may be feeling that something is just in the air. Okay, so your intuition screaming at you right now. Okay, you're getting a lot of interference here. Okay, so at this time, there's a lot of people that may be watching you, whether it be at work or different people in your circle, like it could be friends or people you may work with, or people in your environment, like your neighbors, your relationships. Any relationships are watching you right now. And I do get the card of interference, whether it be interference in your success at work, or your success in your enterprise or your business, or your success in your relationship. You're getting a lot of interference here. And I haven't clarified yet, but I will clarify right now. What type of interference? So what crosses you is the Tower, okay? And also, I clarified the Tower with a Knight of Swords. So you can feel that something is coming at you, something that's very aggressive, somebody that wants to challenge you, okay? It could be like a love interest, or it could be a friend, or it could be somebody who's, I get here like jealous, not only at your success or at something that you have, but it could be also a love interest that's jealous that you decided to walk away from a situation. This is what I see here. Okay, so here I'm going to show you what crosses you as a Tower and the Game Master. So this is a very, very much two cards that mean that this person wants to confront you or send you a message. Okay, like I get here playing for keeps. I get here winning at all costs. Do you see this guy right here? Okay, he's supposed to be the Knight of Swords in a classical deck. And you see that his horse like tumbled the other chess piece, and it like went in flames. So he is, and you can see the horse in the back, the message. Okay, this person wants to come like aggressively charging at you, okay? I feel that this person is frustrated and angry with you for some reason. You may know the reason, I do not know. I do know some reasons, but I will let you know soon. You know that I know that I will let you know. So, yeah, for others of you, like this person is silent about, they want to come charging at you and have communication with you, but something's stopping them here, because what crowns you here is the Emperor, which is a card of Aries. So some of you guys are dealing with Aries, or you have Aries in your chart, and Pisces, strong Pisces. I got Virgo here. I didn't say Virgo. Yeah, I should have said Virgo. I see a strong Virgo as well. So when I clarified this Emperor, for some of you guys, upon your making your decision, you decide to take control of the situation. Okay, take on a more masculine energy. If you are not a male, if you're a female, take on more masculine energy or masculine role, and just take the bull by the horns and just take control of a situation you felt powerless. You felt powerless from. For those of you, for other people, this is a person that crowns you, a person that you're thinking of, a person that is in your energetic field. Okay? And I did clarify this person, and I got, I'm using the Urban deck, by the way. Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is oppression and gourmet chef. Okay, so this person is kind of digesting on this idea of bringing you an offer, of strategizing. Do you know how a gourmet chef, he takes painstaking time to perfect his craft, to perfect the cuisine. He like studies it, he savors all the flavors, just takes time to making the best dish so he can present the best offer to the table. And so here you could see that you're not the only one that they're thinking about giving this offer to. You can see here. I have to turn the light on maybe because it's a little dark in here, guys. And so again, pardon me. I'm going to turn this light on. So you can see here that one dish is not on the table. There's two dishes on the table, or a couple dishes, but one of them has the most succulent meat. So it seems like this person has one offer that he is thinking about the most. Do you see how well made this dish is versus the other ones that are like, do you see this meat is like sideways, and like, you know, this is not well organized here. You can see this meat is kind of like, the offer here is a little bit lopsided, a little not the best offer that this person can make. But this dish is like, everything is there in the dish to perfection. So this person is kind of digesting this idea. If you've noticed in the regular classic deck of the tarot, the Knight of Discs really is the slowest moving knight. So that means that there's something that he is really, or he or she, no, actually he, because I said that this is for a person that we're talking about, right? This is the different scenario. This person right here just doesn't make offers just to make offers. He's very serious about this offer, okay? This is a serious person who, when they make an offer, they make a commitment that it's just not something that is just said by mouth. They mean to keep that commitment. But something here holds them oppressed. Like there's an oppression here. Like they feel like they cannot make this offer for some reason. They feel like they're stuck here. They're oppressed. Something's oppressing them. Okay, something is oppressing this person. I'm going to clarify and ask what is oppressing this person. What is oppressing this person? These are too many cards. I can't take these. Sorry. What is oppressing this person? What is oppressing this person? It's the energies with Temperance. This is the card of Sagittarius. If you're not a Sagittarius, you don't have Sagittarius in your chart, I mean, your significant other or the person that you're thinking of has Sagittarius in their chart. But this is like a block, an energy block here from the divine, from the angels, the universal energy, universal source, God, whoever you want to call, you know, spirit. They're blocking them. They're blocking them here. Something's blocking them energetically. Because they're trying to temper their energy right now, because I feel that this person may be confused, and their energy is not really stable. They're not well balanced. So it's kind of like the universe holds people to universal timing until people are ready here. Okay, so something is blocking them. There's energy flow here. And so they're tempering, they're balancing their energy, their feelings, their emotions, or maybe I hear not only emotion but financial. Maybe this person is having trouble with the law or legal matters here. okay? Because yeah, they're having legal matters here. Okay. Okay, I will. Okay, so your partner, okay, the cross watcher is having legal matters, okay? But like I said, these energies can go vice versa. So I'm going to ask, what is the interference here? What is the interference? The interference here. What interference is going on here? What is the interference here with the moon and the Eight of Swords? No, I can't take these. I'm sorry, Spirit. I can't take all these. Why do you do this to me? Okay, no, no. One card, please. One card. What's the interference? Okay, I'll take this one. Okay. So the interference is that they're interfering. It's them, nobody, they're more of an interference than other people actually in this connection, because they lack the valor, the strength to see this connection through, to communicate, to make an offer. Okay? So what is in your subconscious? What is in your subconscious? So I get here the Six of Wands. So you want victory over something you're working hard, over an enterprise, and you want to complete it successfully here. What victory over overcoming this situation, overcoming this being left out in the cold by somebody that you fell in love with, or overcoming the obstacles that you have here over starting a business or an enterprise, or working hard on your coins, starting a new craft here. Do you see this guy right here? He's being very prudent with things. Quality control here I get. So he's making sure that, like it, for some of you guys have started a business or are working at a job, that you're making sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. You're making sure that you're doing quality control yourself, and you're making sure that you're getting quality out there, that you're completing all the paperwork that you need to complete. I get here that you're learning your craft very well to have an edge over your competitors. And I feel that you're optimistic about this with the Six of Wands, that you will eventually, that you're like subconsciously, you know that if you work really hard on something, you will be fruitful and you will be successful in your future endeavors. And so it requires working not only with other people, and other people are supporting you and stuff like this, but also that you see this plan through with resilience, because sometimes you feel like you lack the strength to go on because there's so many obstacles and stuff that you've had. And so although growth is slow, that if you keep on just perfecting your craft by studying it and by producing quality and putting your all in it, just not scattering your energies, that you will be fruitful here. So in your recent past, like I said, you were the Fool. You were the Fool and the Prince of Chalice here. So you actually decided to take a risk in love. Take a risk with this endeavor, okay? This endeavor I get here. That you looked at things with rose-colored glasses, that you looked at things with a smell of flower, with like illusions. In the birds here, you can see the birds are saying, hey, get out of that mentality. What are you doing? Hey, everything's not smell the roses. Everything's not smell the roses. Don't you see reality? That's what the birds are saying, like, wake up. They're chirping at you to wake up here. It's almost like the dogs in the Fool card, telling the Fool, warning them of the danger. But in this instance, the Fool here with a circle didn't have that. Didn't have that. But it's funny, it's coming out here with the Prince of Cups, Princess of Cups. That the birds are saying to her, hey, wake up, dummy. Don't you see the red flags? Okay. But you didn't see the red flags, right? You might have been dealing with the Leo here with the sun. But this person made you feel like you came home. Like they were home. They felt so comfortable. It reminded you of like childhood memories, even of nostalgia. Maybe you could see yourself having children with this person. Okay, it felt like when you met this person, you didn't see anybody else but this person. Do you see how nobody's paying attention to this kid right here? He's like in his own world. That's how you felt towards this person with the Ace of Cups. You felt like a divine love, like a soulmate. You felt like this divine deep love for this person. You fell in love with this person. You fell in love with this person. Okay, and you had so many illusions. Look at this crystal clean. And it was like a purest form of love. It brought you back to the Prince of Chalice, like this illusion, like this dream of a great love here, like a pure love, like a love that made you feel like home. This is unconditional love here. And you felt like this person was abundant. You could actually see yourself having a stable relationship, maybe a family with this person. You're like, oh, this person feels like home. What were the doves warning you about? Let's ask them. What were the doves warning you about? What were the doves warning you about? I want to know. The doves are like, hey, wake up. You don't see it coming? You're gonna fall off that wheel and break your neck. That's what they're saying. And you did. You did. Somebody left you out in the cold here with a 5 of coins. You might have lost money here. You might have lost money here because when I clarified this, I got the Prince of Disc. Now, these are urban tarot decks. These give it a little bit of a twist than the classic tarot deck. Do you see the name here? It says the Day Trader. Now this guy in Wall Street, okay, they're self-employed. But this type of person in Wall Street or whatever big city, this is like based in New York, this deck, and I love it. Okay, I love New York. It's one of my favorite cities. But this these type of people doing this job works in bonds and shares and stock. And they buy stock and shares and they sell it off. No, this is risky business here. Risky. Okay? And so they took a chance. This person took a chance and they found themselves that this deal didn't pan out right because it left them out in the cold, and they might have lost money over this. Maybe it was a work partner that they were working with. Do you see those two chairs? They were working with it, and they believed their partner that this venture was going to be fruitful. This sharing, maybe there was a fraud here, because I get here the 10 of swords here, but here I get here with this urban deck that they're thinking that somebody might go to jail here over fraud about selling shares. Buying and selling shares here because they believe somebody. They believe this idea, they thought that was really fruitful here. This idea that they fell in love with. And this, like, even working, I get here a working partner here. Another scenario, a working partner that blew smoke up their ass. Like and made things sound dreamy. And like they were going to get the 10 of coins here. And so I get here, might have been fraud, guys. I get here fraud. Like selling and buying shares, stock market. I get here, okay? You can deduce whatever, okay? Have you seen the movie like The Wolf on Wall Street? Something similar to this. And this person has the tower moment coming. This person has a tower moment. Okay, I get here that the FBI is going to be on their ass, or whoever, this agencies right here at the outcome. They're going to be looking at all these documents here. Okay, for some of you guys, I just got that, okay? So here, do you see the tower moment? That's what's challenging them, okay? So there's going to be a lot of people talking about, this is Moon in Gemini. Moon in Gemini. A lot of people are going to be talking about it. A lot of people are going to be shooting people under the bus. Like throwing people, not shooting, maybe throwing people under the bus about it. And you thought you were going to get away with it. For some of you guys, it was a love interest who decided to take their chance on a Leo or another person, and it backfired on them. Or it could be actually, I get another scenario that you took a chance on somebody that was a Leo, and it backfired on you. Okay, because it wasn't fruitful here. But somebody was left out in the cold. Whoever you are in this scenario. Okay, so now we covered that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, ask the pigeons. What were the pigeons telling you in the past? What were the pigeons telling you here? I'm concerned. Those pigeons are like trying to talk to you in pigeon language. And you just can't see anything. You were like blind, naive. I get here, naive. Like not everybody's your friend. Not everybody is your friend, ladies and gentlemen. 10 of acorns. Responsibility, dedication here. What does that have to do? Be responsible. Be responsible here. Being responsible is somebody who just doesn't sees all scenarios that could come out of this. Make sure that they investigate themselves, research the information instead of believing others. Just believing others. 10 of acorns. He's the donkey. Somebody made an ass out of you. Somebody made an ass out of you. Trustful donkey carries a willingness to take on responsibilities. You were too trusting here. Too trusting of people. You have to set limitations up. Set limitations. Break away from things that are detrimental to your health. Clear away the clutter and get deeper clarity by taking back your personal power and like finding information out for yourself instead of believing people. Like when you tell a kid like I saw a flying pig, and the kid's like, oh really? You know, that type of energy. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Okay, so then I get so many different scenarios for these Geminis, I swear. Some Geminis are in different places of their life. Some Geminis are like, have made a decision to walk away from somebody, and somebody wants to communicate with them, and they're like, they're after the pentacles, their business and stuff, and they're being fruitful. They know they have options here. They know they have options with the Seven of Cups. But they're not interested because they're turning away from those options because they're focused more on their money. They're focused more on their growth. Do you see she's pregnant? For me, this doesn't mean about pregnancy or anything. It has nothing to do with pregnancy. Okay, it has everything to do with focusing on growth, on the growth of your business, on the growth of your money. Any way you're making money, through your job, through a new business that you started, but you're here looking at your return of investments and how much energy you had spent to create this business, and just like reevaluating your seeds, the seeds that you have planted in this endeavor. Okay, and people might be throwing themselves at you. People might be throwing themselves at you. And you're like really not interested in it. You're focused more on chasing your dream here. Do you see that she has a 7 cups in a string, and she's looking at the butterfly here? Okay, and then the Hermit was down here. Okay, clarified it with the Hermit. The Hermit, like, I feel like it's almost the energy of, like, maybe getting all these maybe getting all these likes from, like, and matches from Tinder or whatever, or connections from people that you meet when you go out and stuff. And and you might think they're really attractive, and you might like aesthetically, of course, you may not know them that well, but you may think, oh, you know, they're attractive, and you have all these viable options here. But when it comes down to like having that date, you like don't do it. You like you're collecting all these like hot men or women, yet when it's time to meet up with them or have these dates with them, you're like, no, you know, I'm all good. I'm doing my shit I have here. I'm reflecting on what I need to do. You may be going outside sometimes by yourself and having a cigarette here and there. You know, when you don't kind of want people to know that you do this. For some of you guys, you know, maybe helps you relax. Okay, but there are people like watching you. There's people watching you here, watching what you do and stuff. Maybe like watching you for a chance to like invite you out or something like this, or a chance to see, you know, they're curious about you. They're curious about you. But you just like, although you have so many options here, you're really like focused on your money, focused on your business, focused on what makes you happy, your physical. I get here, your physique, you know, just training, like working, having peace with yourself here. For this, in the classic tarot deck, it means something else, but in the urban deck, it means peace. Like letting bygones be bygones. Okay, cutting that shit off of like being stuck in a rut. Okay, you're at peace because you finally have made this decision to move on. And this is why this person is mad, because you blocked him. You blocked him here. Okay, because you blocked him or her here, I guess. And they feel some sort of way. And so let's clarify that here now. Now we're at that part. So when I checked out your feelings, I got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, and this is an energy which I had very much stated, where you're patient, you're hard at work. You're hard at work and earning your coins here. You are a person that everybody thinks is reliable. You're like, I feel almost this energy of like, I'm going to rely on myself. I'm going to do the work myself and rely on myself. I almost this energy of when you do want something done right, do it yourself. Do you see how he's carrying all these scrolls in the back of this horse? And you're doing things with thought in mind. To every decision that you're making, you're taking great thought, painstaking thought. And this is what a Gemini is like. People think that they're very indecisive. They don't know what they want, and because it takes them so damn long to make a decision. But in reality, people don't understand that Gemini is the smartest sign. They're very analytical here. And I did clarify that card, and I will tell you also the reasons why. They're very analytical because they exercise their mind to the point of psychoanalyzing everything, just like a Virgo would, okay? Because they're a mercurial sign. And since the moon is in Gemini, which is mercurial, their mind is going a mile a minute here, okay? And sometimes this may cause illusions that may even like distorted thoughts, okay? So be careful with that, guys. Make sure that you decipher your feelings from your intuition, okay? But I get here that they look at multiple perspectives in order to make the right decision here. And so this is why it takes some painstaking time to come up with a decision. Especially now after they've learned a hard lesson and have been out in the cold, for those that had been out in the cold and learned the lesson on love or on a business that went wrong, something like this, where they've learned their lesson. For some of you guys, you just block this person out. You're like, I don't care if this was a past life or whatever. We had a strong connection. I don't give a shit. This person's not doing anything but causing some, like oppressive energy in my life. And so you cut this shit out. You don't have time for this, okay? You're like, you're all about, just your work, your money, trying to be a better person, right? And so while you're focusing on the money here, this person is very angry at you. Do you see that you're quiet and determined here? I sense here, this is your energy, Gemini. Do you see how quiet you are? Almost like looking at the opponent straight in the eye in a calm way. It's like the eye of the storm. And this person is very angry. They don't like you asserting yourself, Gemini. They're mad about it. They're mad that this is a stalemate here. They're very upset at this. They find it very challenging. But you come out here with a queen, as a Queen of Cups here. Not only is this Queen of Cups a very caring person, you can see that she's a therapist here, okay, because she's concerned about other people's welfare. She's empathetic. But she's able to, Geminis are make the best psychologists because they're able to understand what goes on in a person's mental space. And if you're an empath and have that ability, then you can understand what motivates and what triggers people and why they say the things they do and what actually motivates people. You can understand where people are moving and you can use people. You understand where their next chess piece will lie because you're able to understand what actually drives this character or this personality and what motivates them in life. Okay, and the little things that they do and say, you know that it comes down from a deep belief, and it aligns with their values. Their behaviors align with their values. You know that a true person, their behaviors align with their values, their beliefs, their thinking, their words, their deeds. So if those things don't align, then you start understanding what drives people because you take notes here, Gemini. You take notes and you put it in your little memory bank to get a clear picture of not the person's personality, but their character. Their character is different. Their character, it's like character is climate to what weather is personality. It's like over time you understand what person's character is, and then you would understand what drives them, so you know what their behavior, what they will do next. And so you have this person picked, Gemini. You're not stupid. How they feel about you, or no, actually, how other people see you, is this very caring person. For for Gemini females, you might be portraying more of a masculine energy because you're more in control of your emotions. And you're not willing to lay your emotions on your sleeve. Okay, and for you Gemini males, you Gemini males as well. I mean, people have a misunderstanding of Geminis. They think that they're not emotional. And Geminis feel a lot. Okay, Geminis have strong feelings. But they know how to be logical too, because they're a sign that is a ruler of the mind. It's a queen and king of the mind. So they can control their emotions, okay? In order to be responsible, okay? And I got here, what clarified it is the disc of Prince of Swords, an activist. Now, what does an activist do? Well, an advocate is advocating or opposing a cause or issue vigorously. What does this have to do with this guy here and the Hangman? You might have Pisces in your chart, okay? So, or the cross watcher might have Pisces in their chart. A strong Pisces here I get here. Okay, so for those of you guys that have this legal case about stocks or shares and selling and buying shares and all this shit that left you out in the cold and left you like financial ruins I get here, or you took a big financial fall I get here, that you're going to be defending yourself over accusations. People will see that you're defending yourself. Maybe there will be this water sign that will be an advocate for you, that will defend you. Okay? You might have had to have gone through therapy here because you might have been losing your marbles about it and you needed to see a therapist here. Maybe you need to do that for you to say in court that this had left you mentally unbalanced, and so you had to see a therapist. But here, I get here that you had to defend yourself from all these accusations. Almost like be your own lawyer as well as hire your lawyers here. And this left you in the state of a hangman mode. Sorry. You had to suspend yourself, self-sacrifice. Self-sacrificing things to get a higher perspective. Like your hands were tied, I get here. Your hands are tied. So you have no choice but to look at the wisdom in this, to look at different scenarios and different perspectives and try to see who was all involved in these chess pieces here and these interferences. Okay, deep, guys, deep. For those of you guys that do not have this fraud legal issue matter going on or whatever, people just see you just being an activist for your own cause, you know, for your own cause of like fighting for your work, the work that you're investing on with the Seven of Pentacles, the work that you're putting a lot of effort and energy towards. You're like being your own advocate here, of standing up to yourself, standing up to your rights, of saying, I'm not going to waste my time with people who are immature. I'm not going to waste my time with energies that come and go. I'm not going to waste my time with things that are not fruitful for me. Time is money. I don't have the time for that nonsense. So although you had to sacrifice things that you do want in order to gain wisdom from things, like not eat the forbidden fruit because you know that there's a reason why it's forbidden, right? And so what is your hopes and fears is the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, love, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I got Three of Pentacles here in reverse first. So what is in your hopes and fears? Your fears, I get here that your business wouldn't be successful. Or there'd be like a sabotage. Of a love relationship in a business that you worked hard for because of these matters that you're going through. A breakup of a business made with a love interest here that you worked with. I'm going to clarify this. Who is this person? Is this the person that betrayed you, or is this is for some Geminis, okay, might not resonate with all. Is this the person that betrayed you, or is this the person that you are in love with, or that backstabbed you, or that had nothing to do with this? Okay, yeah. I get here the Fool. It's a person you took a risk on that left you out in the cold here. So it might have been a person that you were working with here, I get. Okay, that you trusted this person. You trusted this person. and they came at you like that with love, or with the Ace of Cups. Everything's dreamy, and like everything smells like roses. And that wasn't the case, right? So this wasn't the case. So your fear is that well, your biggest fear came true, I get here. Some of you. Your biggest fear comes true. Others of you that you won't be successful. But it says here, if you're resilient and you continue, that you will. You know that you will complete this. You just have to complete it. Be resilient with your projects. Move on, okay? Cross that implementation dip. That takes a while, you know. Success doesn't come fast. And so what is in your outcome? I got here that you stopped fighting for this connection. This card, Strength, came in reverse. That you just stopped fighting with a stubborn ass Taurus. It might be a Taurus that you were dealing with, or a Leo. Okay, or if that's not in your chart, then it's in your cross watcher. But I get here that it was just too hard for you to fight with somebody who didn't want to fight for the relationship, or for, you know. So I get here that you stopped even hoping, or, you know, the curtain of illusions came down with the Three of Wands in reverse. You no longer dreamt of being with this person, or dreamt of having a connection with this person, because there was a betrayal here. It was just too tough. You put this to rest. You took that shit and you buried it, you grieved it, and you moved on here. I get here. And you're focusing right here. You said, okay, I can't focus on two things at the same time, especially with somebody that's going against the grain, against the flow of this connection. So I'm going to drop this and leave this behind and focus on myself and my coins, and my being the best me, and being by myself, and like just being abundant by my own, being happy on my own, smelling good, looking good. Okay, this is being happy, having me time, relaxing, doing the things that I love with a passion that only a person that loves doing those things can do. Like, work no longer becomes work, right? When you're very passionate about it. And you're nourishing it here with Empress. You're being your authentic self. You're like in your element, Gemini. You're like the Empress, okay? Which is like the quintessential woman here, the mature woman, the woman who is balanced in her masculine and feminine energy, who can take her feminine energy and really, she's all the queens combined. She has all the elements and able to be the magician, actually, because she grows. She takes anything and makes it grow. So this is how you are right now in your feminine energy. Okay, you're able to make shit grow, and you are abundant here. I get here. You're abundant. Okay, because you dropped this. You know, you couldn't fight for somebody that wasn't fighting for the connection. You couldn't do that. But here, I get here, Prince of Swords, somebody is spying on you. Okay, in the outcome, for those that are having this ego issue, there is going to be people that are going to look through your computer and shit to incriminate you. Okay, and the Tower is a challenge here. Something's going to happen here. Okay, so yeah, they're looking at your files. You might be looking at somebody online. You might be looking at an air sign online. Do you see here? This is air. This is air. You might be looking at an air sign online. Okay, maybe this person is a newscaster, or like a YouTuber, or on social media often, or some sort of like public figure, okay, that you're spying on, because you just don't have the nerve to confront this person, right? Because you know that this person, this Gemini walked away, because Geminis don't fuck around here. They don't fuck around. So you're left feeling like this. Your person's left feeling like the Two of Swords. They're left feeling like, that they need to compromise. That they need to find the nerve to compromise, to balance the two forces. And you're like, fuck, I don't even care to compromise or anything. I'm going to just let bygones be bygones and move on. And I'm focusing here on my coins. I'm focusing here on my coins. I don't give a shit at this time. Whether we're, who cares? I'm going to focus on my energy with the things that I can control and the things that make me happy. This is what I get, Gemini. This is what I get. I'm going to pick some cards for you guys to see some maybe cards that may help you, advice cards that may help you in this situation or situationship or situationship no longer. Okay, or somebody's stuck in like this. I get here, I really get here that the legal thing comes from a male Gemini. I get here. And if you don't know Geminis in your chart, I might get that a cross watcher has Gemini in their chart and they don't even know they have Gemini in their chart. And they're like, hey, wait, it's taking on the perspective of the cross watcher, that's me. But you don't realize you have strong Gemini on your chart too. And Aries and Pisces. So what is good advice here that we can take for a lovely, beautiful, amazing Gemini? Let's see here, something else. Okay. So I got here a lot of fives. Five of Swords, the Hierophant, which is a 5. 9, that's a 3. 3 and 9, 5. It makes me check karma number 5. What is karma number 5? Makes me check that, guys. Oh no, karma number 5. Karmic number 5. It is likely that you used your charm to get your way, even if it wasn't in the best interest of those around you. Perhaps you also had an affair or manipulated others to get your way. Okay? Because in previous lifetimes you craved physical and emotional attention to the point where you became attached, needy, and greedy. In this lifetime, you have come back to learn how to respect others and treat them fairly, as well as how to create and respect healthy boundaries in relationships. You have also come to learn how to express your truth without the need for manipulation or artificial sentiments. I get here maybe that some Geminis were dealing with cross-watchers that had this karmic psych debt, and or Geminis dealing with Geminis who have this karmic debt number 5, which is the one that I just read. So the Hierophant, what do you need to get out of this? Hierophant. Make things happen by taking care of details. Okay, do your research. Okay, cross your T's, dot your I's. Don't become rigidly attached to order and routine. The ritual shouldn't mean more to you than the result. Personal growth comes through modesty and compassion. I think that, you know, just look at all the legal paperwork that you have and whatever, work with your lawyer and look at all the details and stuff. You know, maybe, I don't know. That's just my advice if you're working with legal matters. You know, if you did it, guys, you know, that's karma for you. What can we do? But, you know, I'm just, and if you didn't, if you were like, I get here, for some of you guys, I get here framed. So, here, be aware of pessimism and low self-esteem because of this. You'll have to work harder and success may not come quickly, but things will soon begin to turn around. See, I tell you, be resilient. I told you about that. Don't neglect your health and diet. Allow yourself some time for play. Some of you guys are working too hard and are obsessed with work that you don't allow yourself time to play. Okay, sometimes you need, in order to bring about newer, innovative, creative ideas, you need to give your brain time to rest. It can't be on overdrive all the time, guys. Be prepared and aware of the rule of the game. Arrogance creates obstacles. Rid yourself of self-pity and anxiety. Tend to your health. Okay, so I get here a lot of anxiety, pity. Like if you're involved with this legal crap that's going on right here, okay? Where you've had a therapist even to work out those problems, guys. And Three of Wands. I get here. Stop struggling, stay focused, and don't be intimidated by know-it-alls. Ask questions. Take time to clearly define what you want. Okay, guys, that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.